Hey, come one, come all. Welcome to another fantastic episode of me, the DVD King. And I got a lot of goodies for you today. So the first thing I want to talk about is these DVDs that are region locked. That's a rant I gotta do right now. There should not be regional differences for DVDs. That's bull. It should not exist. So that's garbage. So, like this DVD, for example, like this is a perfect example. This is an amazing WrestleMania, by the way. Houston, we have a problem. Stone Cold versus The Rock, Astrodome, April 1st, 2001. Fucking amazing. Amazing, one of the greatest WrestleManias ever of all time. But, I was gonna get the regular DVD for the US, but I bought the European version, the PAL version, just so that I could actually pay it cheaper. Because otherwise this would have cost me like $200. But I got it for like 30 or some shit. So, you know, that's really annoying that you have to do that with certain DVDs when you don't want to pay an astronomical amount of money just for one WrestleMania. And all because of the fucking region coding. All because of this bullshit that is like this. Well, it's definitely a huge factor. So, and here's another one. The Bloodsport movie collection. Now, I'm sure all you movie fans know the movie Bloodsport, but not all you movie fans know that there were sequels to Bloodsport. Just like The Karate Kid, and just like other action movie series, Bloodsport actually had sequels. The sequels did not star Rob Van Dam. They starred someone else who was really good as a replacement. And I'm trying to remember his name, Daniel Bernhardt. But he was playing the same character, and he did very good at it. 2 and 3 are good, and 4 is good, but it's very strange, I gotta tell you. Very funny, very strange. Again, this is a PAL DVD, region locked. So, what do you do when you have this problem? Well, you gotta buy yourself one of these babies. This is one of those special DVD players, Blu-ray player. This thing plays Blu-ray DVDs, and it plays all regions. So what you gotta do, I recommend it. It's called the Laser Blu-ray player / DVD player. I think you might be able to find it on Amazon. You need this thing. Buy it. It's totally worth it to get these kind of DVDs. Now, the plug is strange over there. You see, this is the actual plug. Because over there they have different plugs, different outlets. So then what you gotta do, and don't fret, it's not a big deal. You gotta buy this stupid thing. It looks like a mini garbage can. I forget the name of this thing, but it allows you to plug in any plug from a different country or a different region. And now you could plug this into the wall of your outlet that you have. So, get this thing, no problem with the regions. So while we're on the topic of wrestling, this is the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate DVD Collection. I want to point out the strange trend I noticed with WWE wrestlers. WWE DVDs, WWF I still call it. For some reason, every time they release a DVD of a wrestler, it's always 3 discs. Literally. Always 3 discs. It's never more than 3 for the wrestlers. In fact, 90% of their DVDs are just the 3 discs. But whenever they show it for a wrestler, it's always 3 discs. And I just kind of feel like it's like the WWF's way of like, oh, it's a rite of passage. You're such a legendary wrestler that now you are rewarded to have your own DVD collection. And the wrestler, the entertainer, has the right to pick which episodes are going to be on the DVD. I think it's a little stingy. It's very stingy, and I think it's kind of rude. It's strange. Why can't it be more than 3 discs? I mean, this does have a lot of matches on it, and so do the others. But usually when this comes out, unless you're Steve Austin or The Rock, they only give, like, most of the wrestlers only one DVD set, which means that you're missing tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of matches. So make it more than 3 discs, god damn it. I want to see all of the Ultimate Warrior, not just the hand-picked ones of the Ultimate Warrior. Two of my crown jewels. So here we got the box sets for the Batman movies and the Superman movies, the original movies. And by the way, I like the original Batman and Superman movies better than the new ones they've made. Well, first of all, let's talk about Superman. Superman is my favorite superhero. This is the original movie box set for the Superman movies. These are the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, the originals. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I love 4. 3 is also a good movie. This set is really awesome. You got the silver and everything. Look at that. Now, what I find fascinating about the Batman box set of the movies, this of course includes Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. And by the way, just as a mini rant, I love Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. That's right. They are good. They are good movies. People are completely wrong about their opinion when they think these are trash. They're not trash. All of the old Batman movies are all good. And George Clooney was a good Batman. He wasn't an amazing Batman, but he was good. Anyway, what I find fascinating about this box set is if you take out all of the black parts, it actually matches the style and the same look as the Superman movie box set. They made it look the same with the silver and the logo right in the middle. Right smack in the middle. They did the same design. But maybe when they were making this box set, they were thinking, that's not good enough. Let's make it cooler and put the black pieces on it to make it cooler. Now, Batman's always gotten a lot of praise, but I actually, I'm a bigger Superman fan than a Batman fan. I like Batman, but I think Superman's better than Batman, in my opinion. And the old Superman movies are better than the old Batman movies. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. What's really, really awesome about the covers for the original silver Superman movie box set is that they're all the original posters and they look really awesome. The designs of the cases. Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very, very cool looking. If you get the later box set movie release of the Superman movies, the old ones, the covers don't look as cool. They're cool in their own way, but that's why you don't get... Like, I kept my original, even though I bought the new set, because I love the new set. But the original, I only kept because of the designs, because of the covers. Look how amazing these look. And back in the day, and you young kids don't know this, but when new movies were released, they actually... when they created the posters for the movies, they were paintings. This is a painting. They would go through that much effort just for the poster. They literally don't do that ever again anymore. Now it's all digital. It's not even drawing. Now, that can still look good when it's a digital cover made on a computer, but does it really look as awesome as this? No. Also, the strange cover of Superman 2. It's got some 9/11 symbolism on it. Very strange looking back on this. Now, look at that cover. 9/11 burning down. Superman is flying away from the towers. And the logo for Superman 2, Roman numeral, looks like the Twin Towers, being all silver. Very, very fascinating stuff. And by the way, if you get the later release that I mentioned a second ago, it does not have this original poster, because this was one of the original posters for Superman 2 in 1980, I believe. Now on to TV show DVDs instead of just movies this time. Well, almost. So, I guess just as before, we'll start with Superman. Move over to Batman. Now, most people know that Christopher Reeve was not the first actor to play the Man of Steel. And a lot of people do know, of course, that the actor who played Superman before Christopher Reeve in the movies was George Reeves in the 1950s TV series. However, the very first man who ever played the Man of Steel was Kirk Allen, I believe his name is. Yes. These are movie serials that they would show in the movie theater. These are from the 1920s, I believe, 1930s, 40s. They would air before the movie, and they'd be like episodes that it was kind of like watching an episode of a TV show before you went to go see the movie you went to go see. They would also show these before the movie, just like they'd show the Looney Tunes cartoons before the movies. Now, what's funny is that I've watched these, and they got parts where they're decent, but honestly, I was very disappointed. I thought that there's a lot of crap in the two they made in the 20s. There was a lot of crap in it. It was 1948 and 1950. One was the original Superman, and the other one was Adam Man versus Superman. The actors are okay. Kirk Allen was pretty cool, but I mean, I don't know. The villains were the best part. There's a lot of acting in it that's very boring. It's dull. What's really funny is that if you look up this old documentary they made for Superman, like back in the 2000s when it was the anniversary of Superman or something, I think it was in 2006 when Superman Returns came out. In that documentary, there's someone talking about the history of Superman on film, and then he's like, there's been good movies and there's been bad movies, and on the screen when he says bad movies, they show footage of the 40s serials. So that's what's ironic about this set, is that the set is actually better than the movies this is, than the movie serials, than what's actually on this DVD set. That's another thing about DVDs, is that there's a lot of these examples where the case is like awesome, but what's on it sucks. So I mostly keep this just for the case because I love Superman, and I love the idea of the serials. I think this villain over here was called the Wizard, and I think that's called Black Widow. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I watched them, but it's kind of fascinating. It's a really cool looking box set with all the silver and everything. I mean, they tried. They were honoring Superman, you know, honoring every actor who ever played him. I don't think these serials were really successful, which is why absolutely no one talks about them, and most people don't even know they exist. Only the hardcore Superman fans, such as myself, know that they exist. I'm not even really sure if George Reeves was actually a better actor as a Superman than Kirk Allen. I kind of liked Kirk Allen a little better, but the show of the 50s Superman show was a better show, so it's like it's swapped. Another thing that's kind of neat to mention is a movie serial really a movie? Well, it's really a movie split into several episodes, and because it's episodic, I would technically consider it both a movie and a TV show. I don't know. Try to figure that shit out. Next we have Batman, the 1960s TV series starring Adam West. I think Burt Ward was the name of the actor who played Robin. Cesar Romero is the Joker. Now, this 60s Batman is awesome, and I hate that people despise it. It's awesome in its own way, but anyway, without getting into that, I think that the quality of the DVD season releases of the Batman 60s show, the quality is good. It's very good. They made it all HD and stuff, even though it's a DVD. However, it really doesn't look visually like the way it appeared on television in the 1960s. They edited, they HD'd it up too much. I think there should be an option on the DVD so that you can watch it in the way it was originally shown on television. And if you don't want to watch it that way, you want to watch the HD version, then you have that option as well. But that should be an option because the HD version is crisper. It's also darker visually. Like, I mean just the colors on the screen. And this was a very colorful show, so it's dimmed to like, it's dimmed down. And when this aired originally on television, if you go look at the bootlegs for this Batman TV show, the bootlegs are much brighter visually and in color. Now, because they're bootlegs, they're already going to have that part of them by being brighter. That's how bootlegs usually are. However, if you just did some editing to the footage of stuff from the Blu-rays, the bootlegs, I mean, then you could have had a nice looking original version of the way they looked, because now that these are the only official releases of the 60s Batman TV show, now they're all dim and they're all in HD. So it looks awesome, but the fact that there's no option means that it's not authentic. You know, when I watch an old show or an old movie, I want to watch it the way it originally looked. You can remaster it and make it look polished and nice, but don't do way too much of that, because then you're going to take away what it originally was. And that goes for movies as well. So going back to the theme where I was talking about the covers, well, here is Mothra on VHS. This is the original Mothra VHS release. It looks pretty damn cool looking, the cover. Now, the reason why I bought Mothra on VHS is because the only DVD release of the original Mothra that was released came with these other movies in the set. And Mothra really didn't have her own cover, and I didn't like that because I don't care about the other movies that were with the collection. I just cared about Mothra. So that's why I decided to get this. Like, this is the only way to get Mothra as a single, as her own movie. All the monster fans know that Mothra's a girl, but people who aren't monster fans don't know that. It is a pretty cool movie. It's a good movie. But, you know, what I want to point out is that when you're collecting movies, sometimes the DVD releases, they usually have different covers, and sometimes the covers are worse than the VHS original cover. So that's another reason to get the tapes, because sometimes the cover on the tape is better looking, is way better looking than the covers they released for the DVD. So that's why, you know, VHS tapes will probably never become technically obsolete, because about 80% or 90% of film that was released on VHS has not been brought to DVD format or Blu-ray. So VHS tapes are special because not just for the nostalgia, but because of collecting. Because you're going to find more movies on tape than you are on DVD. A lot of classics as well. Not just bad movies, but good ones too. Dun, dun, dun. Now, what's really cool is that certain companies nowadays are just known for releasing, or are just known for re-releasing older movies on Blu-ray. And what they do is they make these cool, very cool custom covers that look like what the cases would be like if it was released on VHS. So here we have KRULL, which came out around the time that the original Star Wars of the 70s came out. KRULL is an amazing movie, by the way, but I'm not here to give my review of it right now. But anyway, look at this case. You got VHS tape on it. Isn't that sick? You got the old stickers that movie stores would put on the tapes, like sci-fi. Warning: if you leave the tape in the sun, the tape will melt. Awesome. Just awesome. That's a very, very nice touch. I think that's really sick. So, and this is another company, MVD Rewind Collection. They mostly release action movies, re-released old action movies that big action movie fans such as myself care about that never ever got Blu-ray releases. And this is Black Eagle. It's one of the first Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. And Sho Yakoji was also in it, and he was in a bunch of cool stuff also. Now, this movie has a lot of problems, and it's very cool, but I actually made a fan edit to this film, and I'm going to try to find a way to release it on the internet. And I literally think it's the only fan edit for Black Eagle that ever exists, because no one gives a shit about this movie. I thought it was really cool, like I really liked it, but because there were parts in it that were very dull, I cut that stuff out and I shortened the film and I paced it better, and very cool movie. The two of them have 3 fights, which are separated in the film. They fight at the beginning, the middle, and the end, with all that cool shit happening in the middle. It's just awesome. But anyway, both of these companies, I forget which company this is, but they're both different, I believe. They both pride themselves on making the covers look like the old VHS tapes. This one did the same thing, the action adventure sticker. This is probably the same company. Like, these are the kind of stickers you'd see on the old VHS tapes. I mean, it's just sick. Oh, and these, just like the Criterion Collection, every MVD Rewind Collection Blu-ray / DVD release, it includes posters inside for any release you get, which is really awesome. Yeah, look at that. Black Eagle. That is awesome. Really cool. So, I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm a fan of his. Now, he actually plays the villain in this film, which is really cool, because it's not a role he usually plays. And Sho Yakoji is the good guy. But because it's wartime, the line is blurred between who is good and who is bad. Yeah, pretty damn cool stuff. And now we have the big finale. This is how I'm going to end this video. So, I'm a big fan of Frasier, but look at this. Okay, so this is the complete 6th season, right? Everything's fine so far. But I just think this is a hilarious story. I ordered this on Amazon, and I never returned it. But I just think it's a hilarious story because when I got it and opened it up, when my mail came, look at what it looks like inside. Everything is smashed to pieces. Everything. Look at this shit. That's right. Look at how shitty this is. When I got this in the mail, I was like, I couldn't believe this shit. Look at this shit. It's fucking terrible. So that's why I had to put all the discs in these cases so that it doesn't get ruined. I kept it because it's a funny story. And they actually look kind of cool like this. It's a funny story to show people, like you guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. And I will be back for more content, for more discs, for more reviews, for more DVD knowledge and wisdom. Nuggets of wisdom. From me, the PLP, the one and only DVD King. Thanks. Check you guys later. Bye.
But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs.